Can y'all hear me rolling around in my chair? I'm so excited to be here. What's going on, people? What's going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome. You are now tuned into your new favorite show that you didn't even know about yet. That's right, YKTV Wit V. You know the vibes with Vauda. And I just like a little segue. Let me let y'all know a little bit about the show before I just start running my mouth. And anybody who follows me at I am Vauda on all platforms, that's at I am VAUDA on all platforms. You know me, you know I'm a loudmouth and I can run my mouth a little bit, but I'm so excited to let you all hear me. Just me, no co-host, no Mook, no powder room, no Manny Levon, just Vauda all the time, because what else did you need, right? You know what I'm saying? So this is Vauda, and I'm gonna need you to check into your new favorite show that you ain't even know about yet. YKTV Wit V, right here on West Hood Radio. Let me tell y'all a little bit about the show. So YKTV Wit V, you know the vibes with Vauda, is really just gonna be getting into what's current events, news, but I want to kind of awaken you all subconscious a little bit. I really want to make sure that you guys can fully grasp my perspective. You get what I'm saying? Like, I really want y'all to be able to just, not even so much my perspective, but just a different and enlightened view. I'm always here. I'm a Libra. You're going to hear me reference that a lot. So I'm always going to look at the other side of things. I always like to see things on another level. I always like to see, like, so what happens when I put this person's shoes on? You know what I'm saying? So we're going to really put on other people's shoes here on YKTV. We're really going to get into just everything that's going on. You know what I'm saying? We're going to vent. We're going to talk. And we're going to get to know each other better. You know what I'm saying? But right now, you know what I'm saying? Let's get into this hit real quick. All right. There. And we're back. You know the vibes with Vauda, your favorite host. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to Mac $1 Million Man Music. Man, we're here on What's Hood Radio, all indie music all the time. But let's get into some stuff that happened last weekend. So much happened. So much baby mama stuff happened. Like, I really want to talk about how all the baby mama mess kind of has to do with, like, Black Lives Matter. Like, hear me out. If y'all don't know, make sure you go check the blogs, do your research. But Eliza Rain and Summer Walker kind of had like a little tit for tat on IG. Summer Walker, now I'm referencing Neighborhood Talk, by the way. Most of my blog references come from Mr. Kyle Anthony himself. I love an underdog story. Shout out to Kyle Anthony from Neighborhood Talk too. We know what happened with you in the shade room. Just keep giving us good content. But on Neighborhood Talk 2, they referenced Eliza Rain and Summer Walker getting into it. Basically, Summer Walker didn't feel like the amount of money that Eliza was asking for was like necessary, something to the nerves of get your own bag. And then everyone kind of came at Summer because she's still with London, and London has like kids with multiple women, and he's not really taking care of any of them. Then she also came at the mother of London's son, saying that she wasn't really there, and that baby mom said COVID, blah, 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 that's why I don't have my son, boo. I'm not here to get into what was said and what was said about. I'm just here to talk about the mess behind it. And I just want us as women and us as people, you know what I mean? Not even just women, but men in general. Like, there's something wrong here with that. There's a disconnect there. There's a disconnect between baby moms and baby fathers, and there's a disconnect in our communities with not staying with the parent of the child. I myself have 2 children that I am not with their fathers. I'm really blessed and lucky to have a partner that has stepped up in a major way for my son, who needs it the most by far. My daughter, her dad's super involved in her life. And I'm so blessed and honored to have that. But I just want to get into my mindset when I had my children so young. What are we doing? Why, as a community, are we so okay with not being with the father or mother of our partners? I think that that's a big part of our community, not even staying as close-knit as we should. And then it goes even deeper to say that, like, okay, so then I know several young women that have kids young and they don't get much support from their family members either. And you don't get support from your community, and it's very defeating. Like, and all we're trying to do out here is win. Big shout out to Tiana Taylor and Iman. They had their baby last weekend. And Lamaya Good, if y'all don't know who Lamaya is, that's Megan Good's sister. And Eric Bellinger, their son just became one. And she's 40 and just had a baby. And then when we see these relationships like Tiana Taylor and Iman, and then we see Eric Bellinger and his girl, and we glorify that, we want that so bad for us, but what are we doing to make it happen? This is Vauda, and I know you're already checking out your new favorite show that you didn't even know about yet, YKTV Wit V. You know the vibes with your host Vauda on What's Hood Radio right here. Stay tuned. Y'all still meeting each other's parents and cheating. Like, y'all still, like, it's not even like, it starts within us. We're mad at MAGA. We're mad at anybody super far right for looking at us a certain way. But what are we doing to make our households better? It starts in your house first. We can stand outside and protest. You can stand outside and protest Black Lives Matter all day long. But if you are sending defeating texts to your baby's dad, if you're not picking your kids up on time, if you're not feeding your kids, if you're not making sure that this homeschool thing is going for them, so then what are you doing? What you doing, sis? What you doing? Really look at yourself, sis. I say sis because there's so much that rides on the Black woman. We always talk about protecting the Black woman. That's because we are so strong. We always talk about protecting, not even just the Black woman, I'm talking Black, brown, you know what I'm saying? Just protecting women in general. I'm not isolating this just because I'm Black to one race. I just want you guys to know that. But I do want to say that as a woman, I do what I gotta do to step up for mine. My household always gonna be good because I'm gonna go extra hard like I am right now for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know how far we can go with perpetually waiting on a government to help us make our homes better. It's up to us. You know what I'm saying? So let's just think on that real quick. Think about that. DM me when you hear it. You know what I'm saying? Because when you hear it, you're going to be a little hot. Message me. Is it our fault that our homes and our communities are falling? Or is it all systemic? Is it systemic is it systemic and nobody's doing anything? Or is it systemic and the work that we're doing isn't enough? DM me an answer at I am Vauda on IG. That's at I am VAUDA on Instagram. And then also you can message me at What's Hood Radio. You know what I'm saying? Let me know your thoughts. Again, shout out to Tiana Taylor and Iman. Congratulations on that new baby. Summer Walker, stay out your baby dad's business. You know what I'm saying? Let him handle them kids. All right, we'll be right back. Let's get into this hit real quick. You know what I'm saying? Welcome back to YKTV Wit V on What's Hood Radio. All indie music all the time. You know the vibes with Vauda comes to you live from Phonic Den in the beautiful south end of Charlotte. The beautiful, beautiful, beautiful south end of Charlotte. Make sure you go follow at Phonic Den at PHONIC Den. You feel me? And my team Cardi, your team Candace. A little bit about Vauda. My dad was in the military and he was really liberal, real Democrat. You know what I'm saying? My family, everybody's real blue collar Pennsylvania. Very, very left. You know what I mean? And I just never understood why we were so left as a family when we were military. Like, didn't it make sense to be more Republican? So, in my team Cardi or team Candace, because I understand where Candace comes from, but I also feel Cardi. So, let's just get into it a little bit real quick. This source is actually straight from the horse's mouth, straight from Cardi B's Instagram at I am Cardi B, and also from at Real Candace Owens. Let's see, last Labor Day weekend, Hennessy, Carolina, Cardi B's little sister and her girlfriend were in the Hamptons on the beach, and they were, I don't know how it started, but it looks like It was about 3 or 4 MAGA supporters that were attacking her and her girlfriend for parking their car on the beach, and they had guns on them. And we know what happens when blacks get killed by whites. Not much. You know what I'm saying? But if blacks don't do what whites say, everything can happen. You know what I mean? So it looks like a lot of tension, a lot of animosity, and it was just supposed to be a little weekend trip. After that video surfaced, Cardi B went so far as to say that Trump laughs when black men get shot. Trump laughs when black people are killed, and that all MAGA supporters are homophobic because of Trump. Now, what I will say is this, because I pay attention to every aspect of politics, or politics, as my girl Cardi said. Now, I love me some Cardi. Anybody who's been a friend of mine for years knows I've been saying she was a star from the beginning. Like, Candace Owens even said it too. Like, as soon as we saw Cardi, we was like, dang, she got it. She definitely has that it factor that makes her a star. Congratulations on having the #1 song in the UK, in the country, damn near the world. Shout out to WAP and his success. But Cardi, you got to fact check. There were a lot of false things. There were a lot of raw emotion that I noticed coming out of Cardi's video. So basically, she posted a video, super emotionally charged, because a lot of Trump supporters were kind of coming at her in her comments. And I know what that's like. I get so many Trump supporters in my comments. I really do. I commented on a Gary V video one time, and all I said was say it louder for the people in the back. That's all I said. I didn't say where I stood on anything. I didn't say I was this or that. I just said, say what you're saying a little bit louder. When I tell y'all my DM was flooded with negativity, I mean, all kinds of trolls. I got told I was being put in an ivory castle, that I'm just okay with rioters destroying America. Like, so I understand where Cardi's frustration lied with the trolls. Like, the Trump trolls, man, they for real. You think the Beehive? Alright. These MAGA trolls ain't got nothing on the Beehive. You know what I'm saying? Like, they really don't. So I understand how emotionally charged everything was. I understand where she was coming from, but she was basically offended because Candace Owens called it for what it was. She said that Cardi was a puppet, and the meet and greet and the sit-down interview with Joe Biden. I am not on anybody's side. I don't know who I'm voting for. I know I'm voting. I don't know who I'm voting for, and I'm not saying I'm voting for Trump. There's some independent candidates that I'm looking at as well to possibly vote for, because I don't want my vote going to waste. And I'm not saying that I'm voting for Biden either. I'm probably going to vote for somebody independent that doesn't have enough money to make it to the White House, but I'll know within my heart of hearts that I did the right thing for me and mine. But Joe Biden did use Cardi B as a puppet. He basically, in Candace Owens' words, let her come with a Santa Claus list of demands that didn't make sense. Cardi B asked for lower taxes and free healthcare. They don't go hand in hand. She also asked for just a lot, what's going to stop killing black men? Like, a lot of very general questions that I feel like the average girl from around my way would ask. You know what I mean? These are basic questions, you know what I'm saying, that everybody really wants to know. Everybody wants solutions. But then again, like, let's go back to why I'm not on either side. Candace Owens had no right to call Cardi B illiterate, ignorant. Like, and if somebody is illiterate and ignorant, and for those that are MAGA or Republican supporters, what are you doing to educate those on the other side before calling them illiterate? Like, what happened to each one teach one? Nobody's teaching each other anything. I say all of that to say this. What are we doing to stay informed? Like, what are you doing to stay informed? What research are you doing? Are you just picking up and voting for Joe Biden? Like, Charlamagne, did we forget that interview with Charlamagne? If you ain't black, if you don't vote for Joe Biden, you ain't black. Why? Because you worked for Obama? Because you worked with Obama? So I automatically have a black pass because I voted for Joe Biden? But then also this too, on the answer side, like, So what is this Brexit, and how does the Brexit, Candace, have to do with Trump? What Brexit are you implementing if you are solely supporting Make America Great Again? There is no Brexit. You can say that you're Brexiting from the Democratic Party because Democrats initiated slavery or what have you, but like, let's be real here. The only Brexit is completely separating ourselves from this whack governmental system anyway. The only Brexit is if we remove ourselves from this whack governmental system anyway. But you know, these are just my thoughts. These are just my thoughts, my opinions. I feel you, Cardi. I felt where you was coming from, sis. I feel where you're coming from, sis. I feel that frustration. I feel that we all feel it. We all feel that animosity. We all feel that tension. We all feel it. I feel it when I'm in the grocery store. I'm in North Carolina. I'm in Charlotte. This is a super progressive city, but it really ain't. You know what I mean? Like, it's still very deep Southern. You know what I'm saying? And I still feel the looks. I feel the looks. Even just being here in South End. Even I get treated differently from, I get treated worse from blacks in South End because they're shocked that we made it here than I get looked at from the white people in South End. Now let me go a little bit further out to the country where, matter of fact, where I go hiking at, out towards Gastonia, I get looked at super funny. Like, why? Now really, what am I doing here from white people? It starts within us. Like, black people, we have got to stop looking at each other as light skin, dark skin. You should be here, you shouldn't be here. We all deserve to come up. That's one. But also, on our way up, we must educate ourselves. That is how we arm ourselves, is through education. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Nobody just said, we don't just say that just to say that. That's real. You have to inform yourselves. You have to inform your children, or you're gonna go and make up lies, kind of like what you did, Cardi. Like, I know where you were coming from, sis. I get it. You were frustrated, you was mad, but you can't lie. You can't make stuff up. Candace, I get what you're saying. I get that you're saying that Cardi has to educate herself. I fully get it. She has to come stronger. She's in your battlefield now, so whatever, you know what I mean? You didn't step to her, she stepped to you in a way because this is your realm, but you can't. You have to inform. You have to enlighten. You can't just call somebody ignorant and then walk away from it. Where's the healthy dialogue? Is there healthy dialogue? Is there a place for healthy dialogue in this? Is there room for us to have these conversations? And what are we doing to make sure that they're healthy? Are we treating each other well? Let me know. Let me know where you at, man. Let me know. Did I offend you? Or did I make you think for a second? Either way, I'm welcoming it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am next up. You feel me? I'm here to ruffle feathers, but I'm also here to make you think. If you got a question, what are you? Team Cardi or Team Candace? Hit me up at I am Vauda, or you can go ahead and message under the little flyer, you know what I mean? Under at What's Hood Radio. That's WTZ. WUTZ Hood Radio on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? And I am Vauda. I am VAUDA. Let me know your thoughts. Coming to you live from Fauna again. Team Cardi or Team Candace? And we're back. We are all the way back. Let me fix this a little bit. You know what I'm saying? All right, welcome back to YKTV Wit V. You know the vibes with Vauda on What's Hood Radio, all indie music all the time. We're coming to you live from Fine Den in the beautiful South End of Charlotte. Beautiful. You tuned into now your favorite show, but you didn't know it was your favorite show yet. You know what I'm saying? Your favorite personality on air with all the flair, your girl Vauda. Let's get into this real quick. Listen, have y'all heard about the kids that just keep coming up? So 25 missing Ohio children have been found in the past 20 days. And some were found in Miami. Like, kids missing from Ohio were found in Miami. Now, it's important to note that Fox said that this incident has nothing to do with the 20-some kids that were found in Georgia too. All right, y'all. Now, we all know that trafficking children is a thing. We know it's a real thing, and we know that it's been happening, and Pizzagate and Epstein and your favorite celebrities supposedly have, like, ends on all this, but, like, it's just so funny how what's her name? I don't know what's her name wrong. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Epstein's girlfriend got locked up, and it looks like, you know, when the guy in the hood gets locked up and he starts snitching, everybody gets locked up. When that one dude goes down, it looked like she on some Nino Brown. She taking everybody with her. And then how, like, if anybody's ever seen Filthy Rich on Netflix, so many logs, so much evidence, so much time has went into this that there was no reason for us to not know about this. Like, how are these children just now being uncovered? And how aren't these parents more alarmed? Did y'all sell your kids? I know people that do stuff like that. It's like, this is super controversial, right? But it just doesn't make sense to me, and it doesn't make sense to anybody how over 40 to 45 children have been found in the last 30 days, and she just got locked up. Think about that for a second. Every Wednesday and Sunday, you should be tuning in to What's Hood Radio to tune in to me, Vauda, your host for YKTV Wit V. You know the vibes with Vauda between 12 and 1 every Wednesday and Sunday. That's right, 12, 1. Hear me out. This kind of goes back into the Cardi B, Candace Owens thing. Like, are you informing yourselves of your local congressman, your local chamberman, your local, like, councilman, all that? Like, do you know who is in office? Do you know who is making sure that you get food stamps every month? Do you know who your state senator is? Do you know that these people all have ties to incidents like this? It's so entangled. It's so far intertwined beyond just the kids are just appearing out of nowhere. No, like, your favorite celebrities are in on this too. And you are blindly following them. We, not just you, we, me too. Like, me too. Me too. I had no idea the names that were going to be on that list were on that list. Don't feel guilty about not knowing that. We don't know how much money this brings in. And we don't know what I do know. Let's get into what I do know. What I do know is the more money you have, the more weird stuff you're into. The more money that people have, the more likely they are to explore different avenues of getting themselves off. I'm not even gonna beat around the bush with it. Like, let's just be real. The more wealth someone has, the more likely they're into something really kinky and fetish-like. And unfortunately, children are a part of that. It goes back to the Cardi B and Candace thing. We have to educate ourselves. We have to inform ourselves. We have to be more knowledgeable. And you got to watch who you're following. You got to watch. You got to read up on these things. You can't just go to the comments and see that your favorite celebrities are involved in something like this and then not do that research on the celebrity or not notice that they completely delete all their old tweets. Like, come on now. I'm not going to say her name, you know what I'm saying? But y'all know who I'm talking about. The one that's messing with the ordinary people. And these are people that are best friends to our political leaders. Like, it's so intertwined. It's a very small world that we live in. And every circle that you're in is small. I know, for one, me personally, like the music scene in Charlotte, I know everybody. We know everybody. We know everybody. When I say we, I'm talking about my significant other, because he's in the industry too, and we met in the industry. And it's small. When it's your world, it's small. When it's your world, it's small. That's why Candace and Cardi are so closely intertwined. It's small, that world. That 1% world is small. The same thing for the blue collar real estate agents. They all know each other. So what makes you think that they don't all know each other? What makes you think that this 1%, what makes you think that it's just Epstein and his girlfriend? What makes you think that it's not the people that you cool with, the people that you like to listen to, the people that you watch on TV? What makes you think that they're not friends and they're not doing the same thing? You're blindly supporting this. You're blindly supporting their sick habits. You are blindly supporting their sick habits. Or are you not? What are you doing to not support them? Let me know. Let me know. Hit me up at I am Vauda, IamVauda, or you can hit me up on What's Hood Radio at WUTZ Hood Radio on IG. Hit me in the comments, hit me in the DM. I like trolls. Hit me up. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up. I'm so happy you all tuned in to YKTV Wit V. You know the vibes with Vauda on What's Hood Radio, all indie music all the time. It's your favorite personality on air with all the flair, coming to you live from Phonic Den in the beautiful South End of Charlotte. And we're going to wrap up today's episode with something kind of more positive. I got real deep for y'all in the first episode just because I wanted to go there, and I didn't want us to go there later and then you'd be like, oh my God, like that girl is so serious. Like, oh my God, I thought she was funny. No, I am really funny and I'm super lighthearted. So let's end on a positive note. Brandy versus Monica. All my millennials that didn't get a chance to go to the B2K concert, definitely got all that vibe out during the Brandy versus Monica versus. So exciting. Thank you, Tim and Swiss, for blessing us with that. I've always wanted to know. It's been a split decision in my household growing up. I am the oldest of 3 girls, and we have all of us been debating over and over again who's better, Brandy or Monica. And we've been torn as a household, but now the numbers are out and we know. Now we know Monica wins. Monica and Brandy literally topped the charts. 30 out of the top 50 stream songs on Apple Music that past weekend were Brandy and Monica songs, and 20 of the 30 were all Monica. So shout out to Monica for that big win. We love you. Yay. But let's really get into, I'm gonna just dive a little bit deeper, but nothing too serious. There was an interview that Brandy did not too long ago, and she basically said that her and Monica had to unpack some things from years ago. And I just want to know, because I personally do this, I do not have a problem with ending a conversation and letting things go and ending a friendship or a business relationship without finishing it. I personally know for a fact that there's about 4 people on my phone that are blocked that I didn't sever ties with properly. Have you guys ever done that? Have you ever just been you know what? Let's agree to disagree and block each other forever. That's kind of how it feels when you're trying to come to some type of mutual agreement, but you realize it's kind of dead. It's kind of beating a dead horse. How would you feel? How would you feel if 5, 10, 15 years from now, you have to unpack the stuff that you guys went through 15 years ago? Man, probably 15, 20 years at this point, just to go forward and do more business. And we all kind of saw it, right? All my millennials, all my early 30s, all my 80s and 90s babies. Y'all remember seeing it on BET? Y'all remember seeing the interviews? There was mad tension between Brandy and Monica. Mad tension. And we were all just trying to figure out what was going on, what happened, and would they ever come back together? Would they ever do a dual album? That's really what we wanted. We wanted a versus version of an album, them two kind of going back and forth, but we never got it. I think Brandy might have had the problem. It sounds and indubitably so. Monica may not have done the numbers, but that's because Monica didn't really hit the mainstream community. She wasn't, Monica was just too real. I feel like Monica was too real to get a big dollar backing behind her, and Brandy was a bit more streamlined. Brandy had Moesha, she had TV shows, and now look, Ray J is the Brandy now. Shout out to Ray J, killing it, man. I need some Raycons, man. Make sure you send me, I want some of them earbuds, you know what I'm saying? Big shout out to Ray J and Princess Love, because you definitely have kind of flip the roles, you know. But if I was Brandy, I'd be mad too that all the fans really like Monica. Especially all the work I put in. Yeah, but I will say there's something to be said for big upping each other and being grown and having a conversation when the time is right. I am so for having the conversation, but you definitely need to make sure that both parties are willing to talk and listen. So big shout out to them for being able to have the conversation, to talk and listen to each other. Y'all still look amazing. But like, let me know, are you Team Brandy or Team Monica? And have you ever had to like 5-10 years later come to some type of mutual agreement in order to press forward? Have you ever built anything with someone, your homegirl, and it took off bigger than y'all and y'all had to come back on some better terms in order to make it even bigger and better? Let me know. It's all about brand building here. It's all about building substantial wealth, right? We all just trying to break generational curses. Listen, I really want to know this though. Are you Team Cardi or Team Candace? Are you Team Brandy or Team Monica? Like, let me know your thoughts, y'all. Hit me up, man. That's it. I am out for my first episode of YKTV Wit V. I will be coming to you every week right after Queen Just Britney. Okay, that's my baby. I love her. She's so fine. She got the gold booty. It's like, no, hey, it's hard to follow that booty behind. You know what I'm saying? Follow me at I am Vauda. I am VAUDA. Coming to you live from my studio, Phonic Den. Make sure you check that out. I'm super proud of myself. Also, be sure to follow at What's Hood Radio, all indie music all the time. Stay tuned. I can't wait to get back at y'all next week. It's been a pleasure. Pleasure's all mine. Hey, you know the vibes. YKTV Wit V. Okay.